Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bridgie. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing well today. Thank you very much for stopping by. If this is your first time, welcome. This is Obodooyinbo TV, and we generally talk about issues that affect Africans here. And relationship is a big aspect of my content. Welcome. So there's this video that has been floating around social media for the past 2 days. Unfortunately, I've not had time to do the video. At a point I thought, oh, okay, maybe I'm very busy, I might not get to it, but so many of you have been reaching out to say, Auntie B, haven't you seen this video? You need to talk about it. You need to talk about it. And you know, guys, your wishes are my command. So I'm a bit late to the party, but it's better late than never. So thank you very much for appreciating my opinion about issues, especially when it comes to trending issues like this, relationship and what have you. I'm going to play the video to you. It's about 5 or 6 minutes video long, where this Edo woman who is an actress. I've never seen her before. I don't watch Nigerian movies, so I don't really know her until I saw this video on other posts on social media. She was talking about how she had a baby with a married man and the man abandoned her. So take a look at this video and we shall come back and analyze the situation.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Francis Odiga, aka Yellow Nomuse Worldwide, aka the Born Lioness. I'm a mom. I'm Mrs. Osemige because I'm married, but my official name is, my entertainment name is Francis Odiga. Yes, I've come here as a mother to cry to everyone, to cry to Nigerians at large, to cry to the world at large. Please, this is a crying mother needing a help from Nigerians, from the world at large, for foreign bodies, NGOs, women organizations, human rights. I'm calling for your help. I'm calling for you to fight this fight for me. Yes, I'm happily married, but I had a child for my baby dad when we were dating. He met me and started dating me at the age of 32. When I was 35, we dated for 3 years. When I was 35, I became pregnant of this, my child, which he had forced me to get rid of the first pregnancy I had for him. This second time, he said it was head bent on me doing it again. I fell for his sugar-coated tongue. I dated him because he said he's a businessman based in Nigeria mostly. So the woman he has abroad will not cross paths with me. But when I became pregnant, he started fighting me that the woman abroad will kill him. You understand? So I said, but you were married. Why were you delaying me? When he came into my life, he broke my SIM card. He was telling me to be telling people that I'm engaged. He will be chasing me away from me. If man says hi, he will go and fight the man. So I had no option than to stick to him. At the end of 3 years, when I was pregnant, he started using talks to fight me. Out of fear, I went to call him at area command. I called him at area command. I wrote a petition against him, and they told him that what he's telling me to do is against Nigerian law, that he should go back. You understand? He tried to bribe me. He said he would give me 1.5 million. He would give me a plot of land. He would give me the helmet jeep I was driving. He said he would leave it for me. I said, the child I have not given birth to. You are pricing all these things on her life. I will not. He tried to force me. He tried to push me. I did not. So finally, I had my child. Diamond, come. Finally, I had my child. So please, join me on this fight. If he doubts the paternity of my child, he should come for a DNA test. I, the mother of my child, I'm challenging the father of my child, Dumezedo. His name is Dumezedo, aka Eruwailan, one of Amsterdam. If he doubts the paternity of my child, he should come for a DNA test. He should come for a DNA test. Please, Nigerians all over the world, foreign bodies, people of the world at large, I'm calling on everyone to join me on this cry of a mother. I'm calling because I have to come out to face the world to say I'm guilty. I dated a married man, but he was the one who lured me into it. He pleaded with me and influenced me with everything possible within his possible means. So I said, okay, the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know, because I've dated a guy who is married before and he posed to me as a single guy. Being halfway in the relationship, I discovered he was married. So now that this one said he's married and he's ready to be responsible, that was how I followed him. But if you feel I'm wrong, have a way in your heart to forgive me. Do not look onto that. Join me in the fight of an innocent child for this man, Dumezedo, aka Eruwailan, one of Amsterdam, to come and play the fatherly role in the life of my child. I can take care of my child single-handedly. I'll be taking care of her right from the day of delivery till now. But I want him to come in the life of my child because I do not want her to go and face shame at her age, at her teenage age or adulthood. That's why I'm carrying this shame now as a mother, because I'm the one who followed him. I'm standing in the gap of my child to call on every well-meaning Nigerians to come and join me to call this man Dumezedo, aka Eruwaila one of Amsterdam, to come and do a DNA test. If he doubts the paternity of my child, I want it stops his family from coming close to me and my child. It stops his friends from coming close to me and my child. Which offense did I commit? Because I said I want to have my child and I wasn't the one who came to beg you. Please, Nigerians all over the world, wherever you are, I'm swallowing my pride. I'm carrying this shame because of my child. Because I don't want my child to be mocked later. Because if this man has told me that he's an irresponsible man who will not care for his child, I will not even date him. I will not even take a penny from him. I will not even drink one thing with him, not talk of lying on his bed. Please, I'm calling on well-meaning Nigerians to join me in this cry. Join me in this cry. Pastors, actors, Nollywood actors, because I'm also a Nollywood actor, but I do most of my jobs in Benin. Please, pastors, Nollywood actors, Tunde Ednut, everybody.
So you guys saw that, right? This is the lady that was talking there. Her name is Shine, and she's an actress. I think she acts in the Nollywood Edo industry in Benin. And she's basically calling out her baby daddy, saying that the man who she dated, a married man who lives in Amsterdam, she called his name there, that he has abandoned her. And she basically narrated the story about how he came, he told her he was married, but he said she would be like the Nigerian wife or whatever, the Nigerian chick, and the wife will be in Europe, that they are not going to cross paths, basically. But when she got pregnant, the first one, she said she got pregnant. He said he didn't want it. The second one, he said he didn't want it. But she decided to keep the pregnancy because she said she met him when she was 32 years old. So she was, she wanted to have a baby. And she said so many things happened in the process. Now, I've been following this story on social media for the past 2 days, and I've seen so many comments, people saying all sorts of comments. Some people were abusing her for knowingly going out with a married man, and knowing that the man said he didn't want a baby, and she deliberately got pregnant, or she forced him to have a baby. And other people were like, oh, the man is not responsible as long as he made the decision to sleep with her unprotected, knowing that he has a family. Incidentally, I'm sure the wife would have heard this now because it's viral news now. That's if she didn't know before. That he still went to Nigeria and got a woman pregnant, and he needs to take responsibility irrespective of how that baby came about. It seems like, I don't know, how do you describe this? A lot of people who follow me on this platform, they always say, oh, that some African men, Nigerian men specifically, will have a white wife in Europe or in America, and then they will go to Africa and marry a black woman. That it is not fair for them to do that. But I think you guys have seen this now, so you understand that this is not only marrying a white woman or a non-Nigerian woman in the diaspora and then going to Nigeria to marry a Nigerian woman. So they are both, the man's wife is a Nigerian. She's from exactly the same ethnic group. She's a Benin woman, like this Shine. And she is also a Benin woman. So you understand now that it's not peculiar. I'm saying that because some women who are not Nigerian always think that this only happens to them because they are not Nigerians. So it's got nothing to do with where you come from. But it's got something to do with two people. That's two adults, yeah? The two adults are the man. Knowing that he has a family in Europe, he's got a wife, he's got children. And then he still goes to Africa and goes there and start, cheating, having affairs up and down, right? Now, I put it to you that this is not the first affair that he's having, or this is, for them to have, she said they dated for 3 years before this baby came about. So, what do we say about a man who knows that he has a family? But you see, a lot of African men do this. They go to Africa only to go and, to go and cheat, basically. That's what they go there to do. They leave their families abroad, then they go to Nigeria to go and have affairs. Some men, when they say they are going to Nigeria or they are going to Africa, just know that the only reason why they are going is because, remember the story of Mr. Daramola? I keep referring to this because this is the one that we've seen that has gone, it was so volatile with everything that happened in that relationship. He was married in the US. He had a wife. Then he went to Nigeria and got together with this side chick that refused to leave. Moved into his house that he shared with his wife, and it became a big problem. It took guts and, so much for that woman to come all the way from the US to kick that, whatever her name is, out of the house. So this is like a repetition of that. The only difference now is that she's not talking about her. She's only talking about the man coming to take responsibility for his child. A lot of people were also blaming the woman, saying, why she knew he was married. Why did she agree? Why did she agree to date him? You see how she was saying that she didn't know that he was not responsible. If she knew that she would not have taken anything from him, she would not. And I had to edit some part of the video, cut off some part where she brought the child, and she got a lot of criticisms on social media for bringing that child and exposing her face in this video. My goodness. A lot of women, a lot of people don't know the impact of the actions that they take, the long-term impact that it has on children. Because she literally just brought that child and said, come here. And the child was there, and then she was talking about her. She's a child now, but she's going to grow up and she will remember. So she got a lot of, people really went into her for that. That was wrong. And the fact that she agreed to date a married man as well, a lot of people criticize her, and will say that is wrong. But again, I remind you that this is Nigeria. And in my last video, I was telling you how they see it as a norm. It is not something that people frown at, that, oh, he's married, oh, don't date him. You see the way, over here, when you see a married man and he start looking at you funny, you like, oh, you're married. I mean, some women are disgusted. But still, there are some women that date married men in this abroad. So in Nigeria, I blame her because she knew what she was getting into. And I'm glad that she recognized that. She apologized for that. She was saying, oh, you can say I did wrong by dating a married man, whatever. I think she was desperate. And I also think that she's still desperate now. That's why she's calling on Nigeria's pastor, NGO, this, that, because Nigerians were not there, NGOs and pastors were not there when they were having an affair. When she was living with this man who comes to Nigeria, to cheat on his wife with her. They are two adults. When two adults make this decision to go into a consensus, like they agree to date, knowing that if it's the wrong thing and somebody's going to end up getting hurt. If that relationship goes haywire, you have to blame yourself. You cannot blame the other person. The man doesn't want a child. But, common sense will tell you as a man that if you don't want a child, the thing to do is to protect yourself. If he really respected his wife, is to protect yourself if you don't want a child. Don't tell a woman, I don't want a child, and you are sleeping with her without protection. And she was enjoying the attention, the love, or whatever, the money, whatever he was giving her. I don't know. Because there was a point that she mentioned that she was, that he was begging her and saying he was going to leave the car for her. There was a Jeep that, she was driving his Jeep, and that he wanted to bribe her so that she can, not have the baby and everything. And she declined. She wanted to be in the man's life. But the minute she got pregnant, the man backed out because the man didn't want the baby. And that's why she's crying out now, after a few years, that she wants the man to come and take responsibility. You cannot force a man. Unfortunately, the child support laws in Nigeria are non-existent. They don't even exist. That you can say, okay, you are responsible, you come and pay. Moreover, the man doesn't live in Nigeria. He comes and goes. Say he lives in Amsterdam. She called the name there. Walia or something like that. Papa Walia. That's the name of his child. They're even calling him with his child's name. That's to tell you that she knew that this man already has a family. So, you know what? We can blame the man, but we can also blame her. because she knowingly went into a relationship with a married man. I don't know if she thought that he was is a polygamous man that wanted to marry her second wife. I don't know what he promised her, because she said, oh, he used sweet mouth. He was telling her things that made her believe. But the man told her he didn't want a child. But she wanted the child, so she kept the child. Now she's saying that she wants the man to be responsible. This is where the wahala is now. She say, I want him to take responsibility for this child. This is what I think. I think that this Shine is really, really stressed, and she's desperate and struggling financially to look after that child. This is what I think. Because it is not easy for you to put a camera on your face, come on social media, and you knowing that, this is going to go viral because she's known as an actress in Nigeria, and people are going to just, take it, and, they might misunderstand her. She's going to get a lot of bashing. She's going to get a lot of attack. Those who will support her will support her. Those who will attack her, she knew this is likely to happen. But she decided to do it. The reason, in my opinion, why I think she did it is because she's desperate and she needs help with that child. So if I were the man, I would do the right thing. Whether you consented to having a child or not, the fact that you knew that this is likely to happen because you did not protect yourself and you participated in this, relationship with this woman, then it is your responsibility to financially contribute to that baby's growth. You have to do it. She was even calling the man to come and do DNA test if he's in doubt that he's the father of the child and all that. That means she's very confident, and she's saying that she's married now, but she needs the man to take responsibility. I think the man should do the right thing. If he's the father of the child, he should do the right thing by supporting her, because this woman is actually struggling. You can tell. She looks it. She looks stressed. Looking after a child is not a joke. We can say whatever we like about her. She did wrong by bringing the baby online. Yeah, she was wrong in doing that. But desperate people do desperate things, I tell you. The man who fathered this child has a responsibility towards that child, and I think he should do the right thing. Irrespective of what happened after she got pregnant, whether he wanted the baby, he didn't want the baby, it doesn't matter. You slept with her, you produced a child. Take care of your child. That's all I have to say. And I think this will serve as a lesson to a lot of Nigerian women who think that a man having a family overseas and coming to Nigeria gives them the opportunity to latch onto that man and say, oh, I'm the Nigerian wife. I hear they even have an association now. If you have a husband who lives in the diaspora, there's an association of married women whose husband live in the diaspora. Because a lot of Nigerian men will go there, marry them, come here and be living. They have two families. You see how men complicate their lives? I don't know why men like to complicate their lives like this. So they have an association. And I tell you, a lot of Nigerian women, it's not this Shine alone. You people can crucify her and say, oh, why did you sleep with a married man? You knew he was married. You slept with him. But millions of Nigerian girls will do the same without a shame, without thinking about the consequences, without giving an F about it. So, I mean, saying this situation, I hope it teaches them a lesson that if you think that he's going to leave his family in Europe to come and marry you and settle with you, you are wrong. He will not. So if you're ready to be the side chick forever, or you want to be a baby mama, or you want to be that person that has a baby that the man does not even look at anymore, then carry on. Because I know these girls, they do that. The man told you he didn't want a child. Even if he was not responsible enough to protect himself, you could have taken precaution. But then again, I look at her age, she was 32. She started dating him. So by the time she got pregnant for this child, she was like 35. She's ready at that point to have a child, because don't forget, as women, you are looking at your calendar now that, oh my God, at this age, I need to be settling down, I need to have a baby and all that. But what I can say to her is that a baby is a blessing. I don't know if she has any other children, but a child will always be a blessing. So if Shine ever gets to see this video, I will say to her, she's made her mistake. But God, just pray to God that God gives you the resources to look after a child. The child is not a mistake. You and that man, Baba Wala, whatever he calls himself, you are the adults that made this mistake. This baby is innocent. So take your child and, just pray that God provides for you so you look after this child. Because this child is a blessing. A child is never a mistake, irrespective of the circumstances of her birth. And I'm sure someday in the future, he might come to himself. He might not come to himself. It doesn't matter. Whether he accepts responsibility, he doesn't accept responsibility, is your child. Do the best that you can. Train her, give her good morals, give her good upbringing, make sure she grows up well, and she give her education and empower her. And you will have every reason to thank God. God never makes a mistake. We human beings make mistakes every day. Shine has made a mistake. The father has made a mistake. But that baby is a blessing. So if you're watching me in Nigeria and you see one married man who comes from the diaspora and is telling you, oh, that my wife is a obodooyinbo wife, don't worry. I don't love her. It's you that I love. You are never going to cross paths. Do not believe them. It is a lie. If you agree and you start, sleeping with them and cheating with them, this is likely to happen to you in a number of years, because trust me, when the shit hit the fans, they will run back to their wife in the diaspora and leave you alone in Nigeria to suffer with that child. It is not easy financially looking after a child in Nigeria. The schools are expensive. The children they need clothes, they need shoes, they need money for food, they need so many things. And I see where the desperation is coming from. But like I said, I think both the adults involved in this situation made mistakes. But I just pray that God will help her and see her through that, she'll be able to have the resources to look after this child. And a lot of lessons to be learned in this situation. So I know you guys have seen this video. It's not new. Like I said, I'm late to the party. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about these circumstances? People will blame her. People will blame him. But at the end of the day, both of them have to be accountable for this child, because they both took that decision to bring this child to this world. And I hope they're able to find a way to resolve this issue outside social media, because social media never helps. And, I hope that she finds peace, because the man is never going to leave his wife. She's married now, she said. So, I don't know. Maybe the new husband will have to accept. He knew that she has a child. So, if you marry a woman who has a child, you have to accept the child as well as your own. So, any man who loves you, if you are a mother or you are a single parent, he wants to marry you, then he has to accept your child as well. If he doesn't, then that man might not be the right person for you. I'm just saying. So leave me your thoughts in the comment section, guys, and I shall speak to you in my next video. Thanks a lot for watching. I love you. Bye-bye.